ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Arjuna had asked 6 words to be explained. Krishna explained 2 of that, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. And now he is moving on to the next word. What is Jnanam? And for Jnanam, he gives 2 different meanings. One, which he has already explained, which he has referred earlier, that understanding the difference between Kshetra and Kshetrajna is called Jnanam. Kshetra Kshetrajnayor Jnanam. Understanding this is Kshetra, this is Kshetrajna. Understanding the pure consciousness is different from the equipments. Spirit is different from matter. Understanding there are 2 different things. That is called Jnana. That is the first meaning he gives. Now from verse 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, these 5 verses, he gives 20 qualities and says these 20 qualities is called Jnana. Very unique way of presenting what is knowledge. We ask the question, what is knowledge? What is Jnanam? No one would think in terms of giving a list of few qualities, few virtues. Saying possessing those virtues is called Jnanam. It's got nothing to do with your erudition, scholarship. Whether you have got degree, how many degrees you have got. So someone has got the Guinness record, about 90 and odd degrees. Visiting card, he says. I said, you have to print a visiting card. Booklet you have to put. Huge one. Krishna will say what? That's not called Jnanam. That has got nothing to do with Jnanam. That does mean the person who has got that has no Jnanam, please. I have no idea who that person is. Right? If the person were to possess these 20 qualities, that is called Jnana. Now, before we go into this study about these 20 qualities, these 5 verses, my recommendation is get it by heart. These 5 verses. Let's just keep repeating it. before we go into the qualities, you need to keep these ideas in the backdrop. Only then the quality study will make sense, will have some impact. Otherwise, it's of no. Again, you'll be doing only scholastic. Again, it will become meditation. See, so why you have to know, and why Krishna gives such a elaborate things. And don't think he's going to stop here. Again, in the 16th chapter, he takes it up again and gives another list. So from now on, you will see in the Gita, every chapter you will see qualities after qualities after qualities coming up. So we'll be wondering, what is this? Why so much of weightage given to this qualities, these virtues? Because possessing these virtues alone, the knowledge will sink in. Otherwise, the knowledge will never sink in. So why we are giving so much of importance is, without these qualities, if a person were to receive knowledge, that's what a lot of us ask. Sir, I've been attending classes, nothing has happened. I think your class is a waste. What we don't understand is it's not just the class. It is what, sir? Do you have these qualities in you is the point. If you have these 20 qualities in you, this knowledge will transform you. Otherwise, you will be the same person. No difference. It will be the same thing. Okay, I'm also going to Vedanta class. One fellow goes to club, you come to Vedanta class. That's all it is. You rather go to club than wasting time here. At least you will have some entertainment. Here, there's neither entertainment nor education. Because without these qualities, the knowledge will not sink in. It will not be received by you, retained by you. Receiving is not possible, retention not possible, transformation not possible. All three not possible. So what is it that is going to facilitate the knowledge to be received by you is these qualities. What is it going to help you to retain that knowledge is this quality. A lot of us ask this. Sir, we keep listening to the lectures, but then you're not able to recollect it when we needed it the most. I don't get attached, don't get attached, don't get attached, don't get attached. We've been hearing it, but it doesn't come. It's not coming to me. Why? Because lack of this qualities. So the qualities is necessity. Why this is needed, sir? If you say that I am going to gain knowledge, if you say that I am going to gain the spiritual knowledge, then this qualities becomes a compulsory one. It's not optional. Whereas, sir, I do not know about Panchikarana. Optional. If you don't know Panchikarana, who cares? You will not lose anything. By not knowing Panchikarana, nothing is going to happen to you. You see? Sir, I do not know how Shankara interprets, how Madhva interprets. You don't know that. So what? If you don't know that, what is going to happen? If you don't know the difference between how Shankara interprets Kshetra and Kshetrajna, how Ramanuja interprets, what is the meaning given by Ramanuja for Kshetrajna, what is the meaning given by Madhva for Kshetrajna? If you don't know, Raghavendra, how does Raghavendra interprets? You don't know that. So what? What is the loss? There's no loss. But if you are not having these qualities, complete loss. So that's why first in the scriptures, emphasis is given on the qualities. And Krishna goes to the extent of saying possessing these qualities itself is jnana. It's not that, possessing these qualities facilitates jnanam to dawn. No, no, no. Having that itself is jnanam. This itself is jnanam. Beautiful definition we'll see that in 12th verse. Certain things to be, reveled, not to be, explained. You should learn to revel in certain ideas. Stay in that. It's like, having the wine. You should learn to how to drink wine. Pepsi, how do you drink? Training is needed to drink Pepsi. Wine, expert in that. Correct, no? Anybody can drink wine. No, there has to be a specific. Tumbler wine go to tumbler Davara tumbler. That's not the way to drink, man. There's a specific glass there. And you got to have only that much of quantum. And then toss it. And then she's looking at me like, Saturday, Sunday morning. And you should not drink straight away. You got to smell it. And then sip. Don't drink. Sip. And keep it in the mouth. Don't swallow. And then little by little you swallow. Process it. You can't simply drink. Pepsi, how do you do that? Red Bull. How do you drink a Red Bull? Open and put in the mouth, will go in. That's all. Wine, you cannot do like that. There's a way of drinking wine. It's an art. Similarly, the scriptures studying is an art. You can't study like how you study, like university syllabus. Finished, completed. That's the next completed. That's not the way to go about. Certain ideas you should know to stay and linger. Learn to linger on those ideas. Reflection. Just stay. Revel in that. The idea. These qualities are supposed to be done like that. The biggest problem is the qualities, not the knowledge. In Vedanta, medicine is not the problem. Like homeopathy. A lot of people don't go to homeopathy. You know why? Homeopathy. People don't take homeopathy tablets. Sugar, nice, you can have. What is the problem? Have no. And that is also not such a big one, the quantity, nothing of that. They'll give 2, 3, 4. And if the disease is more intense, quantity reduces. Peculiar system in the world. In allopathy, exactly opposite. More pain, more tablet. Here, more pain, less tablet. But still, people don't go for it. You know why? First thing the doctor will say, no coffee. When you are taking homeopathy tablets, no coffee. You come to allopathy, he says what? Have the tablet along with coffee, it works better. Which one you will go for? Allopathy or homeopathy? That is why nobody goes to homeopathy. Same problem for Vedanta also. Knowledge is not a problem here. The problem is these virtues. These qualities is the problem. It's so painful. We don't want that. It is so rigorous. Knowledge is not rigorous. It's so casual it is. There is because it's all facts. The knowledge part of Vedanta is just facts. We just provide certain facts, full stop. This is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. There is a body, there is a mind, there is an intellect. This is what body does, this is what mind does, this is what intellect does. Done. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Over. In fact, Kshetra, he is explained in 2 verses. Kshetrajna, 1 verse, 1 line. Over. What else to say? The pure consciousness is Kshetrajna. Explain. Enna explain pandrathu? What are you to do with it? There's nothing to do with it. The knowledge part of it, there's nothing to be done. Now, most of us concentrate totally on the knowledge part and say, how am I to practice that? Now, what is there to practice? This is Kshetra, this is Kshetrajna. This is Purusha, this is Prakriti. What are you going to practice? But we want what? So the knowledge needs to be practiced. Knowledge is not for practice. What we call is the diet regimen. That is important, not medicine. Because medicine is very easy. Because in medicine, you have nothing to do. Everything is done by the doctor. Doctor does everything. The pharmaceutical company does everything. Your part is what? From your side, medicine is what? You have no job. All that you have to do is what? Simply take it. You just have to take it. Digestion also happens automatic. You have no role to play there. So minimal effort from your side is towards medicine. But for that medicine to work, there is a diet regimentation you have to maintain. What we call as, patyam. What do you call that in Kannada? Same thing. Huh? Patya. You have to have that. Without that, it will not work. Whatever knowledge that you take in, it will not be effective. For the knowledge to work in you, these qualities must exist. And developing these qualities is such a pain. See, receiving knowledge is very easy. That is why all of us are very comfortable receiving knowledge. Maximum what you have to do, pay doctor fees. That's all. My highest effort from your side is going to be what? Doctor fee you pay, or you pay for the medicine. This is the cost of the tablet. Give that money and take. And much more interesting part is you will have generic medicines and non-generic medicines. And there are people who will give you same thing, sir. Same paracetamol only. Dolo, Saridon. This fellow says that much, that fellow says that much. What? But medicine is what? Chemical is same thing. That is what you will see lot of gurus in the world. Ella another. Saridon, Anacin, Dolo, all local brand. Then you have international brands. Tylenol. 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 And there is another one, what is it? Anvil. Anvil. That's much more effective. Better than Tylenol is Anvil. International brand. Big one. What do you have to do then? Those who can afford to buy Saradol, buy Saradol. Those who can afford to get Tylenol, get Tylenol. அவ்வளோதான். பட் உள்ள என்னன்னா சேம் பேராசிட்டமால், just combination. Little tinkering here and there we give touch up here and there, and looks different. It works different, of course. Same thing here. All this the people who teach, talk, is all WhatsApp, same content. But the problem is not in the medicine, because as students we have no work to do with reference to the knowledge. But with reference to these virtues, 100% responsibility is on your shoulders only. That's where this qualities becomes a problem for us. Even though they say without these qualities, see, it's technically when you see same max teacher teaches, right? Same teacher, 60 students are there in the class. One fellow gets 100 out of 100, another fellow gets 0. Isn't it a proof that it has got nothing to do with the man who is taught, who is teaching? Isn't it? It's got nothing to do with him. It is to do with the student. How is it that one person is able to get 100 out of 100, same teacher, another student is getting 0? You pass, you fail. So the effect is not dependent on the knowledge transaction is not dependent on the skill of the teacher. Any skillful teacher you can have, it doesn't matter. But if the student is not, no matter what skill the teacher has, nothing can be done. So that proves what, sir? It has got nothing to do with the subject. It's not the branch of knowledge. It has got nothing to do with the method of teaching, the transaction. Then what? The knowledge to dawn, it is dependent on the knower. Pramata, we say. That Prama means knowledge. For Prama to happen, there has to be a perfect alignment with the three things. Right? The student has to be there. Then there has to be the methodology of teaching, the skill or the process, the teaching method, we say. And then the subject. Right? In the tree, the most important dimension is that teacher. No, sir. Methodology? No, sir. Then what? It should do with the student, the Pramada. This is a must for a seeker. I may say, sir, I am not interested in this Vedanta and all that. Only if I'm interested in Vedanta, these qualities, no. If I'm not interested in Vedanta, only if I have to take the medicine, diet. Right? If I don't want to take the medicine, no diet, no. Krishna says, no. Even if you don't want to have the knowledge, still these virtues must, these qualities must. You see, that's why these qualities are very important. Yes.
Is it to do with living as a group, as a society, and going to very low level, but all these qualities are they necessary because we live in a society?
அதெல்லாம் சும்மா transaction. No, no, no. That's not the reason. We live in society. Why we are living in society? It's a matter of convenience. Like you should not pick the pocket. Why? Why you should not pickpocket? What's wrong in that? What is wrong in that? Imagine picking pocket is allowed. Anybody can take from the pocket. What will be the case? Imagine in this classroom, okay, picking pocket is allowed. What will be the case? I will not be sitting like this and talking to you people. My class, whole class, whether it is empty pocket only, but still be holding. You will not be sitting like this. You will be holding like this and listening. And the tragedy is you will have three pockets. I have only two. You have one shirt pocket and then he has four. Two in pants and two in kurta. Here you go, sir. Why? Anybody can put his hands inside and take that, whatever is inside. What will be the case? One versus 20 of you. I got to fight with 20 of you to protect what I have inside my pocket. Remember, that's the same case for each one of us. 1 is to 20, 1 versus 20, 1 versus 20, 1 versus 20. This is the case for all of us. Therefore, all of us come to an agreement. What? Look here. Whatever is there in your pocket, that's yours. Whatever is there in my pocket is mine. If you want, ask me. If I want to give, I will give. If I say no, what do you should say okay and go back. Okay? This is called what? Don't steal. Great value. Non stealing. Asteyam, sir. You don't steal. Because in English, if you say you don't, in Sanskrit, you say something great word. Now, don't steal. That's all you say. Quality. It's not a quality, please. It is just a convenience for our transaction. That's all it is. It's a matter of convenience. That's what Mullah says. All ethics is a matter of convenience. All that we call as ethics, he proves it. Beautiful proof he gives. Interesting. But I'm not getting into that first. But get this one. This is more than enough. Why don't pick pockets? It is only for, it is a matter of convenience. You see, otherwise it is going to be chaotic. There will be total chaos. So to avoid that chaos, avoid that friction, avoid that fight, we are saying, what is great about it? Isn't it the same thing animals do? They put a territory and say what? A dog will go and fix a territory. Have you seen? The street dogs will do that. 4 buffaloes can come. Nothing they will do. They'll be simply sitting. Donkeys can come inside. Nothing will happen. Ant can come. Nothing will happen. Suddenly, one more dog enters. Avalodhan. Why? Otherwise, no issues. All other fellows allowed. Only this not allowed. Animal, that is. Fixing boundaries, fixing territories, and saying, within this territory you don't come. I will also not transgress your territory. You should not transgress to my territory. I will not transgress to your territory. And that's exactly what we are also doing today. Put a board. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Owner, God, reverse. Well, who else will put a board like that? God only put a board like that, reverse. God, reverse. That's what dogs do, no? Don't say from, sir, I removed that board because you said in the class and then now the land is gone. Don't come back to me, please. Okay? That is matter of convenience. That's not value. That's not qualities. That's not a virtue. That's why we say tolerance. Tolerance is not a virtue. We think tolerance is a virtue. Wow, who says tolerance is a virtue? Convenience. Forgiveness is not for the other, it is for you. Selfishness. Right? If I don't forgive you, I'm so agitated. Therefore, I forgive you. Suppose if by non forgiveness, if I am not going to be agitated, then what? And you think, it's a great quality, Forgiveness is not for the other, it is for yourself. Huh. And you think it's a great value. Is it a value? Is that, sir? It is not for social norms. It is not for conducting the business of the society. Now, relationships to be kept proper, we need to maintain certain norms. That is not value, please. That is a matter of convenience. So anything that you are going to be practicing, which is a matter of convenience. If trust should be the backdrop of running business, smuggling is the best business to go in. Isn't it? Drug peddling is the best business to do. Why, sir? Only those fellows have absolute trust. Customer has absolute trust on the supplier. Supplier has absolute trust on the customer. No documentation, no writing, nothing. No guarantee. I'm going to bring the smuggled goods. No guarantee that the other fellow is going to bring money or he is going to bring police. Same way, I will carry money. He is not going to bring a DD and say, I will do an account transfer. Give me your NEFT account. I will do that. I'll cash down. He is giving it, what is it? No guarantee. That is a original note or Coimbatore note. We have no idea. But still what? On dot. He brings the material on dot. The payment happens on the spot. No credit. After 90 days, you people do business. Learn from those guys. Entire business community should learn from who? Drug supplier. Smuggler. This is the way to do, sir. Because only those business happens only on trust. You call it as quality, virtue. No. But then they are practicing it, no? Why they are practicing it? If not, they are finished. Therefore, same way, you look into your life. Whatever you are calling as values that you are practicing, all those values you are practicing only because of what? Either it is compulsory needed for you to run your operations, or else convenient. The moment those things becomes inconvenient, what you do? First thing you drop is the value. First casualty is the value. Very easy that is. Because the demands of the mind is so much, nothing can be done. The desires are so much. If my pockets are empty, what I will say? As long as my pockets are empty, what will be my words? What will be my preaching?
Renunciation.
See, why we should be having this, why are you holding on to your pockets, man? All of us should have an equal. So long as my pocket is empty. The moment something enters into my pocket, 100 rupees you put into my pocket, after that, what I will say? So, who will talk about values? The one who has nothing to lose, he will talk very high philosophy. You see, convenience. All ethics is a matter of convenience. All morality is a matter of convenience. This ethics, morality, virtues, qualities, values, all these things, whatever we speak of, speak for what? Definitely, it is not for these reasons. If you are practicing these things for these reasons, you are completely wrong. That's why there is no solidarity we have with these virtues, with these qualities. There's no solidarity. Yeah. Casual about it. The highest knowledge, the Vedic study is the highest knowledge. I know how many of you have visited, Veda Pathshalas. And those who are running the Pathshala will say Vedic study is the highest knowledge. Look at the Pathshala. Whereas local knowledge, MBA. Go and see the classroom of MBA schools. How is that classroom? How is the Vedic studies classroom? Have you seen? You'll say, the Vedic study classroom should be in the thatched roof only. Why? Huh? Why? Of course, no. Look at the hostel. What is the condition in which they live? Whereas go and look at these people, they live like, this is that international schools you go and see. Wow. Per year, how much is it for this fellow? Deal? Huh? Say loud. Per annum. How old is he? 2.5. School timing? You have to go drop. You have to go pick up. If he can't go, I have to go. He says, I'm going for Yajna work, sir. I have to go. I say, okay, I'll go and bring him. I will go pick up. What is he doing there, Naka? Baba, black sheep. Have you any wool? And the fellow has never seen a sheep in life. So why do you have to learn? Right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. He has never seen stars in his life. He thinks star is only the, they put in the room. They don't know. Original star, I have not seen at all. Twinkling, how many of you have seen stars? If I give one, you will see. Right? Where do you see? Full of lights everywhere. Where do you get a chance to see stars now? And that stars should twinkle. You know that? Stars twinkle. Oh, we know that only by the rhymes. What is that knowledge compared to learning the Vedas? Highest knowledge. But what is the condition, sir? Why the difference? Yeah, correct, sir, but if you study Veda, what will happen? First problem, nobody will marry you. Don't look at me, okay? A lot of cheating has to be done. Brainwashing to be done, then you can get married. If you speak the truth, you will not get married. That's why I got married. Ask her, no? He should spoke to you for half an hour, no? What did he say? Ask her. She will not remember a word of what I said. Exactly like you people. Not remember a word of what I say in the class, no? Same thing. Cheating. Speak the truth, nobody will marry. What is the issue, sir? These qualities for you to have, you need a solid reasoning behind it. So the first one is if you were to receive this knowledge, it's a must to have these qualities. Without these qualities, the knowledge will not enter you at all. At best, what you can do is you can give good lectures. That's the highest you can do. You can impress audience, electrify audience, and all that. Right? All the magics, whatever Sai Baba was doing, PC Sarkar also can do. In the 80s, became a big issue. I was in school, I think eighth or ninth studying. It became in the magazine, I think India Today or something. One of them gave a magazine where, PC Sarkar went for his, sessions there, and he was doing all the magics. He could replicate the same thing. How do you bring vibhuti? He could do that. Bring a chain, he brought that. He was doing there, he is doing here. Whatever he was doing there, this guy is standing there and doing it. They have a big issue. I was keen on these things. So I used to attend these lectures and go to these things and all that. So amongst my friends, they had an argument. One of their things said, see, these people are all like that only. A magician. That's all. Magic. I said, yeah, of course he is doing magic only. It is magic only. Don't think there is something solid going to come out. It will be, illegal. Imagine suddenly he does that and brings out, 1,000 rupee note and gives you. Okay, 500 rupee note. Whose signature is there? Chain. He gives a chain, no? Hallmark. Is there, no? Who gave the hallmark? Please understand, it's magic. But don't say because it is magic, PC Sarkar is equal to Sai Baba. There is a difference. Any difference? Don't say PC Sarkar is doing for himself, he is doing for a big deal. He has made more money than PC Sarkar. Better business sense. Is that the reason? I don't know. Okay, don't ask me. I've never asked also. But I said, look here, there is a difference. The difference is only this. If PC Sarkar show were to be a failure, four programs of PC Sarkar were to be a failure, say, no audience. Fifth magic show of his is going to be how? Will he walk into the same Josh? He cannot. He'll collapse. If the show is a failure, he'll collapse. Even if nobody is looking at him, this guy will not be bothered. If nobody is going to buy the magic, he is not going to bother. You buy or you don't buy, it doesn't make any difference. In that, there's a world of difference. But whatever he was doing is exactly or perhaps better than PC Sarkar. Slightly better. It's a magic. Don't think there is something divine about it. It is magic. The divinity is not in there. Divinity is where? In the personality. You see, it's not there. Otherwise, it's the same thing, you know. Copperfield, there's a guy, David Copperfield, world's #1 magician. David Copperfield can do much greater things than Sai Baba, but still, there's a world of difference. The difference comes from where? It's not there, it's in the being. In the being means what? It's the quality, exactly. It's the quality that makes a difference. You see, it's a must to have that. If these qualities are not there, you're finished. Yes.
So you said, so knowledge will sink in only if you possess the qualities. Knowledge refers to what? It's not the theoretical,
It is theoretical. Theoretical knowledge will sink in
only if you have.
only if you have the qualities. If the qualities are not there, it will stand only as theory.
Ah.
You will never understand it is practical.
So when we say sink in, it becomes wisdom.
Wisdom, exactly. When knowledge sinks in, theory sinks in, it becomes wisdom. It becomes absolutely practical. You can see only this is practical. Nothing is practical, actually speaking. See, you cannot do meditation in your boardroom. Correct, no? Practical philosophy means what? Where do you get stress? In your boardroom only you get stressed. Only in the examination hall the student gets stressed. When a student is playing football, PT period, he is playing football. Oh, where is stress? There's no stress for him there. The stress comes only there, in the examination hall. So if anything that is going to help him, he should do that where? In the examination hall. In the examination hall, can he sit and keep doing meditation? Because even if you say, sir, he is going to do meditation for 5 minutes, that 5 minutes is he writing the exam or he is doing something else? Vedanta will teach you, as you are writing the exam, you can be relaxed, which is practical. You tell me. Practical means what, sir? It should be, as I am doing, I should be able to use this knowledge, use the technique. Right? It's not that I do something there and then something happens here. Is it practical? That's not practical at all. Practical is where I should Do this and experience it here. Do somewhere something, and then that impact will be there for. And then what will happen? Every 10 minutes, I have to keep doing meditation. Every interaction I'm going to have with the client, with the bank fellows, in the court, every 2 minutes, the lawyer has to say, "What? Wait, sir, let me do pranayama." And then I give my argument. Why? Because the moment I start, the arguments, gets stressed. Practical, impractical. Vedanta will teach you, but you will never understand Vedanta as practical philosophy. The only philosophy that is possible to be practiced. This cannot be practiced. When you will understand that? Only when you have seen it, you will understand it. Otherwise, your entire conviction will be there. Sir, all that you say is correct, but then we do that, and then that conviction will never come into picture. A conviction is what, sir? Wisdom. When can you get convinced? Only when you see the application of this. You can see the application possibility of this knowledge only after that knowledge has been digested by you. For you to digest that knowledge, you have to receive that knowledge proper and reflect on that knowledge. When you receive that knowledge and reflect that, when these things to happen, there has to be a preparation. Without that, if you do this, you can go on receiving the knowledge, you can go on reflecting on the knowledge, but that will never bring out a conviction in you. It's impossible. Your conviction will lie somewhere on something else. That also helps. This also will go on. But this conviction will never come. That's why this Vedanta is very tough subject. As theory, nothing complicated here. Very simple. 3 months maximum. If you study Vedanta for 3 months, that's all ideas, nothing else. Okay. If you are really dumb, 6 months. If you are sharp, 3 months enough. If you are so dumb, 6 months enough. In 6 months, you will know everything in Vedanta, in any philosophy, all the concepts. But can you bring out an understanding? Sink in. For that to happen, you got to loosen the soil, exactly like how you do the cultivation, farming. First thing you do is what? Not sow the seeds. First thing you prepare the soil. Without preparing the soil, if you go on planting the seeds and then watering it and then manure and then care, nothing will come. Even if it were to come, it will come so lifeless. You see, the produce will not have any food value in that. Food content will not be there. For it to have that full content, first thing is you need to prepare the soil. The presence of the qualities prepares the personality. Without these qualities, if you sow the seeds, of course, the product is coming out of the seed only. It's not coming from the soil, remember. That's where most of us think, unconnectedly. We can't understand. Sir, if anyway the tree is going to come out of the seed, let us work on making the seed better. Get a good seed, get a good seed, get a good seed. But what you are not realizing is the land is not fertile. The land is not ready. Land was not prepared. You're simply going and throwing. Without preparing, if you keep throwing the seeds, it will not. It's a waste of time. So he says, this virtues is a must for the jnanam. If you want to gain this knowledge, you need to have these qualities. Then we will give an argument. Appa, if you want to gain knowledge, I don't want to gain knowledge. Then what? Krishna says what? Even then you need to gain this knowledge. This virtues. Even if you say that I don't want Vedantic knowledge, I don't want realization, I don't want to know all these things. I want to live life, that's all it is. Even then, these qualities must. Because minus these qualities, the highest that you can hit in your life, the happiness that you can hit in your life is the happiness that is possible by the animal kingdom. What animals can enjoy is the only pleasure you can have in your life. You cannot have more than that. If you want to have the possibilities of human pleasure possibilities, there are few things only humans alone can enjoy. See, if you take your dog to Lakshadweep, you can't say any other state now. You take your dog there. What your dog will see? The dog also will see. Right? But the dog can never experience what you are experiencing. The dog can never have that joy. The dogs can never have the joy of poetry. Our dear delights are often such, exposed to view but not to touch. Just the words are enough. Nothing complicated words, Our dear delights are often such, exposed to view but not to touch. You can see it, but you can't touch it. But that's the most thing that we delight ourselves. A foolish heart in flames, we long for pineapples and flames. With hopeless wish, one looks and lingers, breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. தெரியுமா மனப்பாடம் பண்ணிட்டியா? நெக்ஸ்ட் லைன் சொல்லு. அதுதான் சார் தெரியும். The problem you have to start from the beginning. For they whom truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from the weed. Beautiful it is. Now you bring your dog. Okay, if you have a dog? Yeah. She says, no, I'm not having a dog because I'm scared of it. If she's not scared of it, she'll have it. You pull a dog and put there. Okay, we are not, dogs and all. We have parrot. Keep a parrot in the house and keep chanting or keep doing this. You understand? You say, what is it? Pythagoras theorem. Study the Pythagoras theorem. You appreciate. How do you, without Pythagoras theorem, you'll not know how to measure the heights. Can't measure so many things in life, because of that theorem, that idea. You appreciate that. The painting, you appreciate a painting. There are people who stand. This art gallery is there. You see people now, you go and stand there. Nice, we'll go. Food court, we'll go. Even if you go to food court, only human can enjoy the food and eat. You know that? Only we eat for the taste. You enjoy the taste and eat. Even though we are also consuming only for the body, but we enjoy the food. That enjoyment part of the food does the animals have. So if you want to live your life and enjoy the possibilities of human happiness, you need these qualities. The 20 qualities you need to have. Without this, even that human pleasure possibilities you will not be able to enjoy. So we say, why do you want to get this 20 qualities? I mean, now this 20 will come next. It will keep coming. Every chapter will come now. These virtues. Why do you need those virtues? You need to understand why you need it. If you want to evolve spiritually, must. If you say that I am not interested in spiritual and all that, sir, I am interested only in enjoying my life, even then you need it. Without this, you cannot. Sir, I am not in world enjoyment also. Then let us live like animals only. No, what is your problem? Right now. Right. If you have to live life like animals, what is wrong in that? But then we don't understand what we are saying actually there. Many people say this as an argument. Yeah, I have said that. A house, they wake up first thing, they'll say, go and brush your teeth. I'll say, model brush பண்ணுங்க. Buffaloes don't brush, no. Distinctly Romba. I used to be in amazement, wondering, like, even my mother used to pull me out. I used to shout and scream at her, don't take me. He's sitting there, looking at a buffalo in the gutter. Say kutta, no? What do you say, kutta? That slush, muddy slush, this one. I used to be really amazed. Sometimes I used to wonder, I should have born like that. I was envying them. Ajah life here. Just go in and sit, no? Yeah. Wow. So many things, very so many, wonderment. You can wonder at anything in life, but then, looking at a buffalo and getting inspired. Weird ones. What's wrong in that? Let us also be like that. No. Remember, it's an impossibility because you should not eat anything for the taste. Can you? Animals don't eat for the taste. They eat only for their stomach, hunger. And the moment the hunger is quenched, not a morsel of food will go in. Do you live like that? Can you live like that? You cannot live like that, no. Then shut up and behave like human. If you say that I have to behave like human, you need these qualities. Still, there's a group of people will argue and say, no, sir, we can we escape somehow, because it's going to be a Himalayan task. Remember, developing the qualities is not an easy one, please. It's a Herculean task to develop one virtue consciously. Most of the things, whatever qualities that you have it from birth only, isn't it? What is that quality in your life that you have consciously worked, developed, mastered? Think. You have lived for almost 50, 60 years, let's say. 30, 40 years you have lived. Even then, in your life, if you, that's why when you see people of old, they say, you're the same, man. That means what? You have not grown at all. There's no change in you at all. There is nothing transformation in you at all. How can that be? How can you say that? Why? Is because you have not worked on developing these qualities consciously. Whatever virtues that you are possessing with you, whatever good qualities that you have in you, those good qualities you have been having from the beginning. Whatever you have it. What is it that you have consciously developed? One virtue. Satyam. Been lying all the time, sir. Now, even mistake I don't like. That's what Harishchandra is all about. Satyam. One day, Vishwamitra came to meet Harishchandra. Harishchandra received Vishwamitra and Pada Puja and all is done, and then he invited him for lunch. And Vishwamitra said, you also sit and have. And Vishwamitra started playing the job of a host. Right? Yeah, have. Because in front of an acharya, you're not supposed to. In front of, yeah, you eat, I also eat, sir. No issues. No? That is what your level is. You should feel so uncomfortable eating in front of the Guru. The Vishwamitra comes, Harishchandra treats him as a Guru. He's not having. So Vishwamitra started playing the role of a host. Hey, don't feel shy, eat. One more laddu. One more this, one more that, one more this, one more that, one more this. After filled, full stomach. Vishwamitra, now let's go for Vichara. Vedanta Vichara after that. And he started talking about, Brahman. As it is, you talk about Vedanta, you will feel sleepy. A lot of people do that, Sir, your YouTube classes are very good. Why? Switch on 5 minutes. Fast asleep. Helps a lot actually, sir. Good. This fellow, full stomach. And Vishwamitra is sitting there and he is teaching. Very intensely Vishwamitra teaches. And Harishchandra dozed off. Okay. Vishwamitra asks him, what? Dozing off, huh? Half asleep he is. Harishchandra. He opens his eyes and says, yes, sir. Do you understand? You don't understand. Huh? You understand? Implication enna?
During the sleep,
Implication is what? That's what he did, correct. I told you that. He is sleeping, he asked him, sleeping, he says what? Yes. What's the implication? To whom he says? To Vishwamitra. Who is Vishwamitra? Known for what? Your teaching is lungs out. This man says, I'm sleeping. If there's a congregation, people sleep, no problem. Why? Because if you are off, I'll go to other person. If you are off, I'll go to another person. Now imagine there's only one fellow sitting there, he's sleeping. And you have to teach. and ask him, sleeping. And first reaction of us will be what? No, 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 I'm listening. I'm, closing my eyes and listening, sir. Third state of consciousness I'm listening from. What you're speaking in the first state. Waking is a first state, no, for us. I go to the third state. From third state, I'll go to fourth state. Now, 1, 2, 3, then. Deep sleep, we'll go to Turiya state. Possible. He knows the consequence possibility of saying, yes, I am sleeping to Vishwamitra. When Vishwamitra is doing something so important, something so valuable, not a casual conversation, such an important conversation, such an important vidya he is teaching him. Knowledge is getting transmitted, and this guy says, I am sleeping, and he has the audacity of saying, yes. In spite of that, he says what? I will speak the truth, no matter what the consequences. In spite of the consequences, I am not going to change my position. Even if Vishwamitra gets angry and curses me, doesn't matter. You should see this tuition teachers. Class teacher will not have a problem. Tuition teacher you should see. When they're teaching you sleep, you'll know what will happen. That to the home tuition, 1-to-1 come. One whack they'll give. They get annoyed. No teacher can digest. You not understanding is never a problem for a teacher. You switch off. Sleeping means what? You are switching off. Switching off is the worst insult that you can do to the knowledge. The vidya you are insulting. It's an insult to the knowledge. And no teacher can take it. And it's not that Harishchandra doesn't know that. He knows all these things. In spite of knowing all these things, in spite of doing all this, he says what? The fact remains that I dozed off. I say it. Harishchandra. This Harishchandra is more interesting to me than, Harishchandra going to the jungle and forest, leaving the country. A very ordinary aspect of it. Because half asleep he is. Remember. You see, he's not fully alert or conscious. He's half asleep. If he has to speak the truth when he is half asleep, you can imagine how much of conviction he must be having on that Satyam. Satyam Vada, says the Vedas, I will speak the truth. Nothing else. Nothing but the truth. To have such a knowledge, consciously got to work on it. So to develop it, what is needed, sir? 2 aspects are needed. Number 1, you need to have a good understanding of the virtues, the qualities. The quality has to be understood properly first. What is ahimsa? What is satyam? What is asteyam? What is this? All these qualities you need to understand. The knowledge is needed first. Knowledge of this. Now, from where you are going to get that knowledge of the virtues is where the smritis come into picture. Shruti will not give. That's why Orthodox people call Bhagavad Gita to be a smriti, not a Shruti Grantha. You see, because he is giving these qualities and all that. Knowledge. You need that knowledge of the qualities. By virtue of being knowledge, Knowledge by itself has an inherent property, right? Knowledge and ignorance are opposite. Hmm? If you have to gain that knowledge, knowledge has one inherent property, that is, knowledge can only reveal, expose. Knowledge will not bring about any change. Remember, that's the important thing that you need to learn about knowledge. Knowledge will only show, point out, reveal, expose. That is why knowledge is compared to light. You switch on the light, it will expose whatever is there. If the room is dirty, it will expose the dirt. If the room is clean, it will expose the cleanliness. But the light is not going to make the room clean. The light is not going to make the room dirty. Right? Darkness or light is darkness is not going to make the room dirty, nor the light is going to make the room clean. But light can only do what, sir? It can only reveal. Darkness can only conceal. Next step is the effort. So these virtues, if you want to develop, what is needed? Two aspects are needed. One, you need knowledge to reveal what is there, and then there has to be an effort. So that jnanam plus prayatnam. Okay. Alam preludes we need to do. Prelude is, preface, introduction. Knowledge, effort. Okay. What is effort? We'll see next class. Next class means we'll have the next class only not next week, the following week. That will be on February 4th. February 4th. 4 or 5, Sunday. When is it? 4th. February 4th is what we are going to have the next class. And next week we are starting the lecture series. This. This 28th, starting next Sunday evening, RV Teachers College. And I think we did make the announcement, if there is anyone willing to do this voluntary, want to be a volunteer, contact Aparna. Right. So I've given the number, I think, 98456 94908. So those who want to volunteer, you can contact Aparna for that. And this apart, and tomorrow is a very important day. Remember, the Prana Pratishtha is happening tomorrow. It's a very important day for all of us. The whole country is important. I say it's not even a country, it's the whole world. Right? But still it's happening here, therefore we say it's important for us actually. So do spend time tomorrow. I think it's happening around 12:30. Right? So look into it and switch off your mobile phones, switch off this. If you can watch, you watch this one. And morning, my recommendation is this. Tomorrow morning, wake up, have bath. Bath in the sense not head bath. That's called bath here. In our tradition, when you are taking bath means you are taking for the head. Below that, if you take bath, that's not bath. So have a head shower, light the lamp, right? And do a little puja. If you have Rama, photo, have some flowers for that, and make some payasam or something sweet, chakra pongal payasam, something you prepare as prasad. Keep it and celebrate it. Don't miss it out. We are the most luckiest generation, I would say. Because the first Prana Pratishtha, when it happened, we have no clue. Right? Temple was there. Rama temple was there 500 years back. But when was the Prana Pratishtha done for that temple, we had no idea. You see? That was not, archaeological department, they can't say that. No records we have for that. It's something which is a blessed, thing for us to see something like the hero being worshipped here for generations, not just, inspiring for one or two. So powerful personality. And it's unbelievable to see, one man came, he fought with one guy, he killed him and rescued his wife and went back and ruled the country. That's all his life is. Somebody abducted his wife, he got annoyed. How dare you do that? He went, fought with him, killed him, came back, ruled. That's all it is. Now, what is so interesting, what is so inspiring? It's still so inspiring, that is, that character. It's an avatar character only, that is. We say avatar only because it could inspire even after thousands of years. Even after thousands of years, there's going to be something. There's something in that personality. And it is so important. Cultural land is a different aspect. That is none of our business, actually. We are doing it not for those reasons, remember. It's the possibility of inspiration. See, like when Gandhi was there, Einstein had made a statement. Coming generation will not believe such a person as Gandhi has walked on this earth. You talk about Gandhi today to the youngsters, you will know. What do they think of him? No youngsters get inspired. Look, looking at Gandhi. Nobody is getting inspired. Gandhi Jayanti is a holiday. That's all it is. Compulsory national holiday. More than that, there is nothing inspiring about it. It's just a matter of how many years. In fact, anti-Gandhi has already came in. If you take the proportion of pro-Gandhi and anti-Gandhi, the number of people moving in the leaning towards anti-Gandhi has increased. Which is a matter of what? Just about 75 years. 75 years, which means what? 3 generations. 3 generations. They are swung from one to other. International hero such as Gandhi can be we are talking about a personality who lived, I don't know how many years back. How many generations have passed by, we have no idea. Still is sung. It's a source of inspiration. Fascinating one, man. How that can be sustained unless there is something in it. Time is the test. Remember, don't miss it. It will be a great loss. It's a big celebration tomorrow. Much, much bigger than even Diwali. Anything that you can have in your life. Because it's a blessed generation to be. Right? I was just waiting for this. Apart from other aspects and all that. That's none of our business. That's not our concern. That is, people are there to take care of those things. Now, our job is to sustain that inspiration. When you say qualities, you will see the qualities that we are discussing here. This is how the entire Ramayana itself starts. You know, Ramayana itself is starting from qualities actually. I don't know how that is coming. We are just going to start the qualities and this happened. I have not planned it. It just happened. No planning. But then just what happened. Let's seek his blessings in the effort of gaining these qualities. Right. See you.